Hello, welcome to this video on how to heal and make happy the deepest parts of you. And what I mean by this is that if you have a sense of yourself that feels unhappy or unworthy or unlovable, or you feel like you have this sense where you're not safe or you have no control or you're feeling like other people are ruling you. This is all called a sense of self. And we can create this wonderful new sense of self where we feel worthy, complete, whole, and in control. So, I want to do this training today and give you some tips on how you can design your life your way with the dreams that you have within you and become who you want to be. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Vicky Lord, and I help women to have everyday confidence so you can go after life your way. So if you like this video, subscribe for more empowerment videos. So for now, let's dive into creating your healthy sense of self. So if you know that there's a part of you that you want to change and you want to feel fantastic, we need to first off understand where we are now and where we're going to go. So if you look at your life and you observe what's the sense of self that I have, I'm always feeling stressed, or I don't feel a certain way in my relationship, or I don't feel this way in my career or in my daily life. And so that sense within yourself, it actually has three components. One is your surroundings. And sometimes you can't always change your surroundings because it's just the way it is. But there's another thing that we can do, and that's working on our inner self. So we've got our inner way that we feel. So we've got the surroundings around us, we've got our inner self. Inside our inner self, we have this wonderful network of systems. We've got our heart and we've got our mind. Well, actually, we've got our brain. What makes up the mind is all these systems within us. So we've got our heart, we've got our brain, we've got our feeling system, we've got our nervous system, we've got our interpretation system, and all these systems make up our mind. And so when we're feeling the sense of self, what we're feeling is the mind that we've created. And what we want to do is we want to create a whole beautiful mind, which can also be like called your house. And we want to create a new sense of self so that we can actually design our life with meaning and more purpose and more connection and fun and adventure. And so to do this, it's going to go through a little process of called pattern mapping, and we're going to notice where we've created patterns in our life so we can create new patterns, which will create a new destiny. So inside of this wonderful body of yours, we'll call it the mind. We've got our brain, and our brain is actually our biggest organ. It takes so much water to run this brain and protein. And when you drink your water, a lot of it's going in oxygen around the brain and also throughout the rest of your body. But your brain is so important. Your brain learns patterns and your brain is always active. So we want to notice the patterns that we're thinking, and we notice patterns in our thought life. So what are we actually thinking on a day-to-day basis? And this thought life will create a pattern. And then the other way we want to notice where we're creating a pattern is what do we feel? Because our thoughts are sending signals through our body. So one of the secrets to knowing what you really believe is what you feel. So what do you feel? What do you really, really feel right now? And what do you want to feel? Because often what we want, we don't get because we don't believe it. So, for example, we may say, I want more love, but we don't believe we're lovable. So we're going to get what we believe. I don't believe I'm lovable. So instead of getting the more connection and more love, you're actually getting what you believe, which is that you're not lovable. And that's where we're going to change today. And so we notice the pattern, the thought and the feeling. The feeling will give you the belief because it's all good just to say, I want this, but if you're feeling that you're not worthy, then you won't get it. So, what's the pattern? What is the feeling that you want to change? And because we are creatures of habit, we often think the same thought and feel the same feeling every day. And this is where we're going to break it and we're going to create a new thought and a new feeling, and we'll create a whole new mind. And so it's a really simple process. If you just want to, if you want to do it with a pen and paper, a lot of people find that easier. So you write down what you feel right now, and then you write down your desired result. And what we're going to do is go over the bridge to the desired result. And we do this step by step. And I already gave you the key. The first one is creating a new thought and a new feeling. So you're creating a whole new habit. And this new habit, sometimes it doesn't happen instantly, for others it happens really fast. And so the power comes down to your decision. How do you decide to move forward? Or do you decide to move forward right now, or are you going to wait till later? And so you've got your bridge now. You've got the feeling that you feel now, and then you've got the desired feeling later, and to go over the bridge. And so the first step is desire. And you've just done that. You've realized where you are now and you know where you're going. And the second step is to gain the skill set that's going to get you over the bridge. And so, what I mean by this is breaking the habit of the feeling that you've often had. And you can do this by a pattern interrupt. So, if you think of the pattern of the feeling, we're going to change it. And you can do this by yelling now or change, or you can shake your body up when you feel the old feeling. What we want to do is we want to break that feeling with a pattern interrupt, because we've created the pattern of that feeling. And so we break it by literally standing up and shaking our body out and saying, no more. I choose this new feeling over here. And so when you're creating something new, it often brings the world of uncertainty and trust in yourself, which until now is probably something that you've never thought about. At least when I was doing this, I never thought to trust myself. I was just going through life. And then I was like, oh, one of the skills I need is to trust myself. And so you can see how you're bridging the going over the bridge. Another skill is I need to trust myself. So when that feeling of feeling unsafe or uncertainty or the fear of never changing pops up, you can say, oh, I choose to trust myself crossing the bridge, and change the feeling from the fear to deep breath. I got this. I can trust myself. I'm crossing the bridge. So, what are the skills that you need to go and cross your bridge? And the other side of it, if you ask yourself that question, what are the skills I need to become this new person, you'll get the answer. And the skills that I was talking about right now were emotional. So, trusting yourself and feeling at peace and breathing the breath into your body is the biggest key to life, and to letting stress out of your body is a big, deep breath in. It sends oxygen all through your body. So, what are the skills that you need to cross the bridge? I just shared with you some emotional ones, but there may actually be the actual um, skills, like social skills. So say that you want to do sales, for an example, and you're going to cross the bridge. You may need the emotional framework of trusting yourself and knowing that you can do this. And you also may need to study sales itself. So you need your emotional skills and you'll need your skills in your profession if that's what you're going for. But if you just want daily freedom, then you can start with your own inner world and map that pattern out where you are now and the steps you need to cross the bridge. You will know your steps yourself when you write it down, when you ask yourself, because when you're going and I do help people with their life mapping, but what I'm always doing, I'm always asking them, what are they wanting to change? What skills do they need? What skills do you need? I'm not telling them what they need because they already know what they need within them. So the moment you ask yourself, what are the stepping stones I need to cross my bridge? You will know that, and you will have your life mapped out for you the way that you are going to design it. So that's the key today, is to cross your bridge with your skill set And if you are looking for more and you want to do more expression and understanding where you are now in your life and how to create goals and move forward, I have a course called Journey of Self, and it goes through a six-part framework, the Ascend method, where you can go through the awareness and go on your journey across your own bridge. So I'll leave the link for that in the comment section below. And if you want more empowerment videos, feel free to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to connect with me, I'll leave my Facebook group there as well. And you can come to the Facebook group and hang out with us and say hello. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.